It's very simple. And I explained this 3 weeks ago for the first time. I said, what we do is very simple. We stay, we get our Exxon Mobils and we get our great oil companies, we go in there, we give plenty to Iraq, more than they're getting now because it's all obsolete crap. They don't even know what they're doing, and they never will. I mean, you think they're going to be a democracy? Who here thinks they're going to be a democracy? I'm giving you a break. So we go into Iraq.
He's unbelievable.
And you know, in the old days, I'm like an old-fashioned warrior. The old days, when you had a war, and you won the war, it was yours. When we have a war, it's amazing. When we have a war, we go in, we lose thousands of lives, tens of thousands wounded, spend $1.5 trillion, and then you know what we do? We leave. Nothing. What did we do this for? So I said, we go in, we take the oil. Now, Bill O'Reilly, who I love, I think he's great, he thought that was radical. Somebody else said, very, very strongly, Donald, it's a sovereign nation. We can't do that. I said, sovereign nation? They don't even, I mean, they're not, they got wiped out. They got nothing. But you know what? If Iran weren't going to take it over, which they are 100%, not 95%, and you know, there's a real good chance no matter what happens, I won't win because, you know, one of these blood-sucking politicians who's been bullshitting people for years will end up, you know, getting elected. And they'll end up leaving and, you know, somebody else, Iran. I guarantee you if that happens, Iran takes over the oil. Iran becomes a force like never before in history. They then take over for Saudi Arabia. They go after Saudi Arabia, which frankly I would protect if they pay us. You know, only if they pay us. Otherwise I'm not interested. I'm interested in protecting none of them unless they pay. But think of this. We have a great ally.
It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah.
Think of this. We have a great ally over there, a real ally, Israel. And Iran has already said that they want to blow Israel off the face of the earth. They're developing nuclear weapons. Our leadership is weak and pathetic. I mean, we can't even beat Libya. Okay? Our leadership is weak and pathetic. So when Iran, which is really a power and going to be a great, great power very soon, especially when they take over a couple of more countries, they're going to have so much money, and we don't do anything about it. And by the way, when they take over Iraq, there's no way we go back, honestly, because we won't have the stomach to go back. We won't have the stomach. You got to stay, you got to take the oil, you got to do it. But what's going to happen to Israel when you have Iran controlling probably Libya? You have them controlling Egypt, which they're going to control. Already they're talking about that. They're going to control everything over there. With all of the money, it's really blackmail money. With all of the money we've paid for years and years and years to take these people. I don't know if you saw the vote. There was a vote in Egypt the other day. 99% of the people want to break the peace treaty with Israel. Did you see that? Did anybody see that? 99%! So, we have problems. We have weak, pathetic leadership. We have incompetent leadership. Now, I'm going to make a decision fairly soon. And I would rather, you know, I love my life. Phil can tell you. I'm having a great time. I built a great company. I have a television show that's one of the top shows. It's the top show on NBC. It's the #1 show on NBC. It's doing great. Even the New York Times the other day wrote a nice little piece about it, talking about how great the ratings were. It won the evening. It wins the 10 o'clock hour for the whole week. It's a great show. I mean, I have to give a lot of stuff up. But you know what? It's peanuts compared to the importance of this country. When I see what OPEC is doing to us, when I see what China is doing, I'll give you a little China story also. China, I said the other day, very, very hard to buy anything outside of China. Oh, certain other countries also, but China's, you know, the one. And I said, somebody said, well, what would you do? What can you do? So easy. I drop a 25% tax on China. And you know, I said to somebody that is really the messenger. The messenger is important. I could have one man say, we're going to tax you 25%. And I could say another, listen, you motherfuckers, we're going to tax you 25%. Now, you said the same exact thing. You said the same exact thing, but it's a different messenger. And I'll tell you what will happen with China, in my opinion. And I'm not looking to have enemies with China. You know, I actually get along. I'm a lover, not a fighter, okay? You've been reading about that for years. But I'll tell you something. When they really believe it, when they don't have Obama bowing to the king of Saudi Arabia, bow down. Remember that one? Does everybody remember that? Drop to your knees, drop to your knees. So when we don't have Obama having all these state dinners and everything, when we have somebody that's real and tough and smart and sane, I'm saying smart. And you say to China, I'm sorry, we're going to have to put a 25% tax on your products. They'll say, when? I said, how about this evening? Not like, you know, they have... Everybody knows they're abusing us. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows they're manipulating their currencies, and they're brought up on it. They're brought up on charges, but we take 6 months just to put in a charge, and then we don't do anything. So I'm not putting charges in. We're going to charge 25%. Now, the real number, based on the manipulation, it's so severe that the real number should be 45%. But 25, let's start with 25. We can always raise it. I'll tell you what's going to happen. When they believe the message, they don't believe it right now. When they believe the message, they're going to do one thing. They're going to give us anything they want. Because, you know, the IMF, did you see the International Monetary Fund? They came out with a statement last week that this is unheard of. This is unthinkable. That in 2016, that's in like 4 years, China is going to eclipse the United States as a great economic power. We're going to be in second. And if you would have said that 10 years ago, if you would have said that during the time of the late, great Ronald Reagan, people would have laughed. They would have laughed. So China's going to eclipse us in 4 years. Now, under the Trump doctrine, that doesn't happen. You know why? Because we're going to start making our own products. We're not going to let them made in China. You know, when you go to China and you want to sell stuff in China, they make you build a plant and they take all your technology and they pirate everything you have. Look at the deal that General Electric made. They gave up all of this high technology in order to go there. They had to build factories. When the Chinese sell to us, oh, just come on in, folks, we'll pay you whatever. We are so stupid. It's unbelievable. So under the Trump doctrine, it doesn't work that way. It's fellas, we love you very much. You want to sell to us? Build your plant in Alabama. Build your plant in Nevada. Build your plant wherever the hell you want it. But you're not bringing in all your crap, including your rotted sheetrock that's making everybody sick. Let me tell you something. The other thing is, we make a much better product. You can't compete price-wise because of the manipulation. So, one of two things is going to happen, and I hope it's the second. The first is they stop screwing around. But the second is they don't. So here's what happens. About 60% of their sales will stop. We will increase the hell out of employment. We'll be building plants. I saw one the other day, a fantastic Wilcox, a fantastic plant yesterday in New Hampshire. We will start building, they make weaponry, most incredible plants. I didn't even know we had anything like that anymore because everything's made in other countries. Unbelievable. And this is high technology stuff. Incredible. Wilcox, look it up. Great. And I don't even have a piece of the company. I wish I did. But they make their own products. But you'll have thousands of those places once you do that. So they'll behave. But if they don't behave, that's even better for us, because we're going to start building our own plants. And we'll tell Apple, and we'll tell all these other companies, you got to build your own factories. I'm sorry, you can't.